What up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your host with the most, Mr. Let's Talk Sports. This is my first official video, so I'm asking everybody to like, subscribe, and just please take your time out to check out my videos. Please share my videos because I want to get them out there because I have a lot to say. I'm really familiar with sports. Sports is what I live and breathe. And tonight, my first topic is Mr. Roy Jones Jr., who I truly believe may be suffering from CTE. And I don't say that lightly. CTE is something that, is really serious. So my prayers for anyone that has it or people that had to deal with it, it's serious. But can somebody please tell me what is Roy Jones Jr. thinking these days? I don't know if it's hate or what. I know Earl Spence does have a lot of haters. I've seen that as of late. Roy Jones Jr. said that Terrence Crawford, is the number one pound for pound fight in the world. Well, we can already dispute that. We all know that Canelo Alvarez is the number one fighter in the world pound for pound. But that's another subject, and I'll get to that later on too. But I'm looking at Terrence Crawford's record. He's 37-0. There's no doubt about that. I can't dispute there. There's no losses on his record. But please, can you tell me who he's fought? All I see is tomato cans, taxi drivers, bus drivers. I don't see anybody of worth on that list that he fought. Not one Hall of Famer. You cannot be number one pound for pound fight in the world and you don't have one Hall of Famer on your record. Earl Spence has fought Sean Porter. Earl Spence has fought Mikey Garcia. Earl Spence has fought a young Kell Brook, not a washed up Kell Brook. Earl Spence is the reason that Kell Brook is washed up. Let's get that straight. Him and Triple G, they the reason that Kell Brook wasn't the fighter that he once was when Terrence Crawford did get in the ring with him. Who else said he fought? Oh, Mr. Danny Garcia. These are Hall of Fame fighters. Roy Jones Jr. has been around boxing too long not to know that, that resume right there already has Earl Spence in the Hall of Fame. I don't know if Terrence Crawford's going to get in the Hall of Fame. Hey, just because you're undefeated, I'm not putting nobody in the Hall of Fame just on undefeated alone. He ain't fought nobody. No one told him to sign back with Bob Earl. He chose that. And then he had the nerve to always say what? No one wants to fight me. Well, as Earl Spence says, you're on the wrong side of the street. So can somebody please tell Mr. Roy Jones Jr. that? I know that he's trying to bait Earl Spence Jr. into, fighting Terrence Crawford. Earl Spence is getting ready to fight who? Mr. Who? Y'all know what's up next. You know what I'm saying? Ugas. He's up next. That's another piece of the puzzle. And he said what? Once he fights him and gets that strap off him, Terrence Crawford's up next. He gonna give Terrence Crawford and Roy Jones Jr. exactly what they want. His first loss. Somebody please let Roy Jones Jr. know that I want him to see this video. I would like to talk to him because, he was one of my favorite fighters. I love Roy Jones Jr. But I believe once he started getting knocked out and knocked out and knocked out and then get out that ring, it took effect on him. Because the thing that come out of his mouth lately is just blasphemy. I don't understand it. When he said that Billy Joe Saunders, had a real strong chance of beating Canelo, I knew right then something wasn't right. He's been picking wrong for a while now. But there ain't no hate on my part. I love Roy Jones as a fighter. I hope we continue to prosper and grow. But I want to see him. Yeah, I'm speaking facts. He's speaking BS. You know what I'm saying? BS. Can anybody come on here and tell me how in the world Terrence Crawford's resume is better than Earl Spence? If you can do that, I'll shut my mouth. Because we all know the truth. It's not. Now, as you can see, if you're looking at this video, I'm African American. Thank you. Love that. But I'm going to get to the facts of this. We need to start putting race to the side when it comes to sports, especially in the sport of boxing. I'm not going to sit here and lie and tell you this person or that person is the best fighter in the world, because I'm a diehard Earl Spence Jr. fan. But guess what? Mr. Canelo Alvarez is the number one ranked fighter in the world pound for pound. I don't know how anybody could put anyone in front of him. All he does is win to what? Belt after belt after belt. All he does is do what? Fight stiff competition. Everybody wants to keep saying that he's ducking and dodging, black fighters. I don't believe that. I've seen him fight Austin Trout. I've seen him fight Danny Jacobs. These are black fighters, right? I've seen him fight Floyd Mayweather. These are black fighters. So, Mr. James Kirkland, right? Did he fight these fighters? Ain't they black, African American? They are. You know? So I don't understand that. But what it is, everybody is looking with their emotions and feelings. You know, they want these black fighters to get this fight with Canelo for what reason? Oh, it's money. I want them to get it too. But you know, let's put the best in there with them. Let me see. Jamal Charlo, he has a good chance. I don't think he'll beat him, but you know, I would say it's a 50-50 fight. Whether or not he has the skills to pay the bills and get that done, it's a hard task. You know, Canelo has an iron chin. We seen that when he fought Triple G. The pressure is unreal. You know, Caleb Plant, you know, I'm a Tennessean. He's out of Ashland City, Tennessee. You know, I'm out of Clarksville, Tennessee. I would love to see Caleb Plant pull off the unthinkable. But you know, this is Canelo Alvarez we're talking about. So if he does that, hey, man, congratulations to Mr. Caleb Plant. But I also want to say congratulations to Mr. Caleb Plant because you know what you did? You stayed back, you waited, and then you finna get paid, brother. You finna get retirement money. How does it feel? I know you smiling right now because you know that bank account was finna be real, real fat. Damn, I wish it was me. Now, moving on to another topic. Mr. Billy Joe Saunders. Yes. Really despicable human being. I got to say that. I don't like him. You know what I'm saying? One bit. I think he's a real racist individual. And I think everybody knows that. I don't, you know what I'm saying? This is nothing I'm making up. You seen how he was talking to the Spanish reporter, telling me his breath stink. You know, just a lot of disrespectful things towards Canelo. And, you know, he got what he had coming. It made my day to see him get beat up and stop. You know? And it's just as simple as that. But what I didn't like is the fact, no matter what, that his dad was jumped on like that by security. I hope Jerry Jones sits all them down and fire anyone that had something to do with that. But why was Tyson Fury standing right there, 6'9", 275 pounds, and he didn't put up a hand, he didn't help that man, he didn't say anything. I didn't understand that. It was like, I'm looking like, when is Tyson Fury going to jump over this railing, grab somebody, or say something? He knew that was his father. He was, I guess, in shock that Billy Joe had been stopped. Maybe he was in shock. Maybe he was scared because he thought Canelo was going to knock him out too if he went towards the ring. Because he did do a whole lot of talking bad about Canelo. So I think that kept him a little bit farther away from the ring. So maybe that was the issue. But you know, folks, we have to get better. The boxers got to start fighting the boxers. What I mean is the best got to start fighting the best. Boxing has become too much about politics. And it's not about, like, my days. I mean, I love boxing. What happened to the days when the best fought the best? Thomas Hearn, Sugar Ray, Marvelous Haggard, Thomas Hearn, Sugar Ray. I mean, the best always fought the best. Nowadays, everybody's ducking and dodging everybody. You know, it just don't make no sense. Ryan Garcia, he don't want to fight. What did he do? He retired. Then as soon as that man get off, you know what I'm saying, out of the contract, what does Ryan Garcia do? He come back. I mean, this is ridiculous. We are letting boxers get away with this too much. I've almost become of just mainly UFC fan, and boxing is my heart. But UFC, you know, Dana White, he don't pay the fighters what he should. But guess what they do get? They do fight the best. They need to be paid more. That's another thing. Mr. Dana White, one day I need to have a conversation with you about the way you pay these folks. They put their life on the line. I wish you would step up and pay them accordingly. And not just pay one fighter, but pay them all. Because when you get in that ring or in that octagon, you putting your life on the line. And I deserve to be compensated well for that. You know, that's something big. Floyd Mayweather. Oh, my, Floyd. Floyd, I love you. Man, everything you done for the sport of boxing. But let these YouTube fighters go. Let them go. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of Jake Paul. I'm sick of Logan Paul. You know, I'm sick of him. You know, knocked out Nate Robinson. Had his butt all up in the air. You know, I just can't take it no more. Man, you know, he really set black people back 1,000 years with that knockout Nate Robinson. You know, you made us look bad. You made us look bad, brother. I mean, if I ain't know no better, I would think black folks couldn't fight out there, but I know better. You know, don't you ever, and I mean ever, Nate Robinson, do that again. Don't you do it. Now, who else I would like to talk about? Oh, Floyd. You know, for Eric, that little disrespect, that man taking their hat off and showing that your head was ball up top like that, you know, need to handle that. He disrespected you, Floyd. Yeah, he let the world know, you know what I'm saying, that you had got fake hair and you done had your piece in that morning. You know, Floyd? I don't want to be caught like that. You know, I'm bald. I'm up in age, Floyd. But, you know, I don't wear no piece. You know, I keep my hair low. So, don't Don't you ever let nobody do that again. Don't you ever let nobody pull your hat off your head if your hair not together, Mr. Mayweather. Yeah, you should have got his brother or somebody after that. Security should have held somebody down while you got them clippers and cut his hair just like your overcut, Floyd. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was looking at, Floyd. I did not like that, man. And then, the hair on your face, Floyd, I'm not lying. It look like pubic hair, brother. Cut that. That's not you, Floyd. I like the clean shave. You know what I'm saying? That's not you, brother. I don't know what done happened to you, Floyd. I don't know. But that's not you. Yeah, I know you retired, Floyd. You living your best life, man. You getting the money. You got everything. The girls, the money, the jets, everything, Floyd. But one thing you don't got is a good beard. Let that go, Mr. Mayweather. It's not for everybody. Everybody can't rock the beard. When it look like pubic hair on your face, it's time to put it down. Do you need a barber? I got a brother cuts hair. He's real good. I can send him your way, Floyd. He'll come to Vegas, I'm sure, to cut Mr. Floyd Mayweather's hair. You know what I'm saying? Leonard Ellaby, please talk to Floyd Mayweather. Al Haymon, you've been advising Floyd Mayweather for years, and you've done a great job. Why you ain't advising him about this hair on his face? Can you please tell me that? Man, I don't know what's going on. I'm just looking around. Boxing, another thing. A lot of you boxers, man, I'm starting to see a lot of little girl and stuff out of some of y'all, and I'm not liking it. Earl Spence, you my boy. Don't you ever let me see you ever, and I mean ever, kiss another man on their job. You ain't no been kissing yellow bees on his job, brother. You was wrong for that. You don't get close and blowing on another man's ear. I don't know if this skinny jean era or what, but people are getting beside themselves. These skinny jeans got these men thinking like women. You see what I'm saying? You supposed to be a gladiator. Gladiator, brother. You made me look at you a little different, man. And I almost started Triple Terrence Crawford. Man, I love everybody. Just look at that correct. But I'm saying, some of you guys, if you like, being that way, come on out the closet with it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But don't be pretending. You know what I'm saying? Let's cut the pretending out. I need to know who is who. You understand what I'm saying? I need to know who is who. Because if that's what you is, that's what you is. But let's stop blowing in other men's ear if we calling ourselves being men. Don't blow in my ear. Don't do that. If you ain't no woman, don't do that. But the boxing word, I want to put y'all on notice. Why is Jake Paul and Logan Paul making more money than people that have been boxing all their life? I don't like this, man. We got to start supporting our real boxers. Not these YouTube,